This show was a nightmare.
Triple Threat Comedy Night, the event that took forever.
Well, I remember that last year was really the last 2 years.
It wasn't really supposed to be last year's. It was supposed to be 2020.
2 weeks after we announced the show, COVID hit.
We had COVID. And that kind of shut down everything.
It was a roller coaster ride.
But it was a roller coaster ride.
It was an absolute roller coaster.
Quite the roller coaster.
We had the 3 comedians scheduled and we were so excited and we were sort of off to the races and tickets were selling.
COVID happened.
And then the whole world shut down with the pandemic.
Then we delayed the show for quite a long time. And we had to move the show 3 different times. 3 comedians, 3 dates.
It was a lot of roller coasters. We got everybody on board and we're cranking along, and then
50 days before the show, Dennis Miller decided not to do our show.
Sal Vulcano showed up in his place very quickly.
Okay.
But to our good fortune, our chance to get Sal Vulcano to come in and substitute was a blessing for us.
Sal Vulcano was so kind and so gracious to step in at the last minute and came and just did an absolutely wonderful performance.
It worked out. They were all very funny, very different, and actually kind of a good lesson in what goes on in all these shows is they're all very different, they're all very talented, but they're all very entertaining.
I thought the 3 of them really hit 3 different kind of arenas of comedy. I thought they knocked it out of the park.
I have to say, I think the 3 comedians were really brave to come out because they can't try out their material in clubs and they don't have a rolling set that they've really worked through and perfected. I think I never really appreciated that. And so that was really gutsy of them. I really, can't thank them enough.
All 3 of these people were great. When I did debriefs with people who I knew that came to the show and asked them, it was really fun because everybody had a different person that they put number 1 on their list of who they enjoyed the most.
I particularly like Frank. I thought he was funny and a little more human, friendly, warm kind of an individual.
Then Frank Caliendo, funny story about him, at the beginning of the night he said, "Who's emceeing this event?" And we said, "Well, we don't really have an MC, we're just going to bring you up." And he said, "Hey, I'm here, I'll do it." So he ended up emceeing the whole event for us. Not contracted to do it, not asked to do it, and he did it just out of the goodness of his heart.
Between the 3 comedians that we had and having everyone be able to be together and not have to wear masks and not have the vaccine check requirements. We didn't know how any of that was going to play out even like the week before the event, but it was really exciting as the event came to fruition and we all got to be there and actually pulled it off, and I think everybody was just incredibly excited by the whole process.
And then at the end of the show, when we did the meet and greet,
We sat in chairs in front of them. We didn't really get to meet them. They were sort of, I think, making funny faces and posing and things behind us.
Our board was going around thanking the guys for being there and everything. And
I think it was Jerry that said, "Hey guys, we really want to thank you for coming." David Spade said, No, we should thank you for inviting us. This was really great.
Sal Vulcano says, "Hey, I just want to thank Dennis Miller, I wouldn't be here." So
It exceeded all our expectations.
It was one of those magical events where all the pieces, with a lot of sweat, labor, tears, and Pepto-Bismol came together. It was magical.
Ultimately, it being immensely successful and fun.
So, other than the show at the beginning of this, it was really good.
I mean, we didn't know what to expect and what was going to happen, and I think it was a roller coaster ride for the entertainers.